What if you had been born on a spaceship? Imagine opening your eyes for the very first time, and the first thing you see isn't the ceiling of a room or a doctor's face, but a sky of endless stars. There is no sun, no blue sky, no horizon, only a transparent dome separating your cradle from the vacuum of space. Out there, the stars flicker with the calm of centuries. You cry, and your first breath is not air, but a controlled mix of oxygen and nitrogen recycled 1,000 times. Welcome to the future. How would it feel to live your entire life away from Earth, to be born among the stars and reach a new planet where human evolution begins again? A science fiction story that seems less fictional every day. A future where humanity's home has changed. And perhaps, just perhaps, being born among the stars is not fiction, but our next step as a species. It's January 22nd, 2700, and you've just been born beyond Earth. Your home is a spacecraft the size of 3 Central Parks, a colossal vessel of metal gliding silently between distant worlds. Inside, thousands of people live, work, dream, and die without ever having seen the planet that was once humanity's cradle. From the spherical window in the medical bay, the blue of Earth is long gone. There's only infinite blackness, speckled with light. The doctors around you don't wear white coats, but silver suits woven with artificial intelligence. Robots float around your incubator, monitoring every vital sign. Everything seems perfectly controlled. Outside, in the ship's corridors, hundreds of crew members rush about. Not because there's danger, but because this day is sacred. Another human has been born in space. Decades later, when you turn 25, you'll remember that day through the ship's visual archives. You'll see your first steps floating through a zero-gravity hallway, your first games inside the learning dome, and your first words spoken while watching holograms of Earth. For you, the blue planet is only a myth, a legend told in history lessons. Your home is this ship, Arca Nova, sailing toward a destination no one truly knows. Every morning you wake in your cabin, a compact, organized cubicle. A bed that turns into a desk, a shower that cleans without water, and a panoramic window facing the universe. Outside, you see planets, stardust, and satellites drifting like fireflies. Your skin has never felt the wind, nor the warmth of direct sunlight. And yet, when you gaze at the stars, you feel a nostalgia you cannot explain. The atmosphere inside the ship is safe thanks to a permanent magnetic field that deflects cosmic particles. Without it, radiation would kill you in days. There is also artificial gravity, a scientific triumph that prevents bone loss, something the ancient astronauts once suffered. The first explorers lost 2% of their bone density each month. Now your muscles and bones remain strong thanks to a rotating core that mimics Earth's pull. You step into the main corridor and blend with hundreds of crew members. Each moves silently on their personal transport boards. Their suits shift colors according to function: green for biologists, red for medics, yellow for scientists, and blue, your favorite, for engineers. You join the stream of blue lights flowing toward the control center. Your job is to maintain the propulsion and energy systems. You're a fourth-generation engineer, trained from childhood to understand equations, quantum engines, and gravitational fields. You know that if something fails, all of humanity aboard could vanish in seconds. Today, as you check the panels, something unusual happens. An alarm flashes. Strange numbers flicker across the screens. The air vibrates, the engines tremble. The entire room turns red. The other technicians stare in fear, but you act fast. You check equations, recalibrate sensors, flip switches at lightning speed. Nothing works. The roar of the ship grows louder. Sparks burst from the panels. Your supervisor bursts in. The magnetic core is overloading. He shouts. Together, you reconfigure the energy flow. Your hands shake, but your mind stays cold. For a few seconds, the fate of thousands depends on you. Finally, the light dies. Silence returns. Arca Nova breathes again. You stand still, listening to the steady hum of the engines, and you understand something. That sound is the heartbeat of your world. If it ever stopped, everything would end. After the scare, you finish your shift and leave the module. Your holographic communicator activates. Your friends are inviting you to the ship's central mall. The device projects their faces before you, surrounded by floating data, heart rate, emotional state, location. You accept. The shopping center feels like a miniature Earth city. Cafes with zero gravity, restaurants serving lab-grown meals. even an ice cream shop where flavors are programmed through thought. You walk past stores selling designer spacesuits, digital instruments, and replicas of extinct animals. There's even a barber shop that cuts hair with laser beams. But your favorite place lies beyond the biosphere. The ship houses a massive natural reserve divided into habitats: humid jungles veiled in mist, warm deserts, frozen tundras, and wide savannas brimming with life. Biologists have recreated species from Earth: gazelles, gorillas, jaguars, snakes, camels. Some are clones, others biological androids. You walk among them, observing. You feel the damp air, the artificial scent of wet soil. You close your eyes and, for an instant, imagine yourself walking on a real planet. Then, a voice echoes through the ship. "Crew, attention. This is the captain. Our destination is in sight. Prepare for descent." We've arrived. You rush back to your cabin. Your bed transforms into a landing seat. You fasten your harness and look out the window. In the distance, a blue that slowly grows larger, a new, unknown planet. Its surface gleams with turquoise oceans and white clouds. It looks so much like Earth that you feel a knot tighten in your chest. The landing shakes the entire ship. Metal groans. The lights flicker. And then silence. You open your eyes. You've arrived. You step out through the airlock and take your first step on real ground. The soil is soft and damp. The air, dense and warm. The sky, a color between violet and orange. There are trees floating in midair, mountains that seem to shift with the wind, oceans that roar like living creatures. This planet is wild, chaotic, but beautiful. Humanity begins building its first settlement. 100 people set up laboratories, shelters, power stations. You're among the first to explore. You walk through the jungle, analyze the soil, measure radiation. Every step you take becomes history. And as you work, you think about how incredible it all is. Your species was born looking up at the stars, and you were born among them. As time passes, scientists begin noticing changes in humans born in space. They are taller, with slightly larger skulls and lighter bones. Constant exposure to radiation and the absence of gravity have shaped them. Their skin adapts, producing more melanin to protect against the new sun. Some develop metallic tones or luminous irises. Evolution continues. Engineers design exoskeletal suits to strengthen their bodies and endure the planet's gravity. Life on the surface is hard, but humanity has overcome worse. At the end of the day, you stop before the horizon. The sun of this new world sets behind the floating mountains. The clouds turn gold and blue. You look at the sky and think about everything it took to get here. Centuries of exploration, sacrifice, entire generations born in the void. Then you realize something profound. Home is not a place, it's a search. And as long as humanity keeps searching, it will remain alive. Perhaps 1,000 years from now, someone will be born on this planet and look up toward that bright point that was once Earth, wondering with curiosity, what if we had been born there, among the stars?